Hello there, world. This is Couch Talk with CV. This is the couch, and this is CV. Welcome to my channel. This channel is associated with my blog site, primateevolved.com, where you can find the written versions of the video blogs on this channel. So feel free to visit primateevolved.com. Also, please check out the other videos on this channel, and also feel free to start up a conversation about the videos here, the content here. I just ask to keep it civil and make the conversation as productive as possible. That is the goal of this channel. This video is the final, I believe today, of several I've recorded. And the topic today is, do we still care about friendships? And that said, let's go ahead and dive in here. So here's some questions to ponder before and after you watch this video, or actually while you're watching this video, and then points to ponder at the end. Do you have a best friend? That is, a best friend who is truly a regular part of your life, who helps balance you out and keep you in check. Do you know at least one of your neighbors? Do you go out of your way to speak with them in passing, even if it is a moment of small talk? Do you smile at strangers when you make eye contact? Not a flirty smile, but just a small gesture showing a friendly demeanor. Are you more introverted and choose to keep your friends to a highly trustworthy minimum? Or are you more extroverted and thrive best when when having many friends and social opportunities? Have you tried building an authentic in-person connection with any of your friends on social media? Do you think you're lacking time to invest in a meaningful relationship or friendship? While there is plenty of analysis out there about toxic relationships, that social media is ironically enabling rampant social distancing that long predates the current pandemic situation, and whether individualism is more important than collectivism or vice versa, one thing is quite observationally apparent. The state of relationships in our society is vastly different from just a generation ago. Just look at all the Generation Xers, baby boomers, and even the early wave of millennials, who are now at their mid to late 30s, are pretty much anyone over the age of 30. So many people who did not grow up primarily in the internet age love to reminisce about childhood memories. Recess on the playground, riding BMX bikes around and around your neighborhood block, maybe even scraping your knees from doing wheelies and playing Daredevil with your friends. Or slumber parties with your best friends, where using a landline to prank call random people was the highlight of the evening, or spending hours at a time playing board games or old school video games systems such as Atari, Nintendo, and Sega. That's going back a ways. And of course, there is the ocean of memes that brag about whose generation was the best. If you grew up watching Saturday morning cartoons and collected Star Wars action figures, your generation is the best. If you wore bell bottoms in high school and listened to the Bee Gees, your generation is the best. Or if you grew up listening to the Beatles, protested the real meaning of civil rights and watched the moon landing, your generation is the best. Or if you grew up imitating the Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, your generation is the best. The late Joseph Campbell, a well-known professor of comparative mythology and religion, and a major influence on understanding consciousness and its relationship to meaning in life, once said in an interview, many people say they want to experience life, but I say they are seeking the experience of being alive. That is significantly the reason why our nostalgia for the pre-digital world runs deep in our memories. We fondly remember the times that we experienced being alive. Think about how great it felt to be 16 years old on a Friday night, loading up your three best friends in your parents' old station wagon, driving to the homecoming football game with the windows rolled down, sticking your head out the window to let the cool fall air splash against your face, and passing playful insults back and forth with your friends. And albeit a cheesy moment in the movie Titanic, your Leonardo DiCaprio's character balancing yourself on the front end of the ship and yelling, "I am the king of the world." And sometimes under the influence of the few beers you guzzle down, thanks to your friend with the fake ID and your desire to flirt with danger a bit and hopefully not get caught. We love the idea of living in the moment, Whether a person is free-spirited or lives a quite structured life, we all think about moments of incredible release. Vacation on a tropical island, or an adrenaline rush activity such as bungee jumping or competing in a fitness obstacle course, or spending a wild weekend in Las Vegas, or taking a road trip to a new destination, or spending quiet time out in a mountainous area surrounded by the smell of pine trees. We unconsciously thrive on boosting our endorphins and dopamine levels. We all live for some form of pleasure. We love friends who talk with us for hours about all subjects under the sun. We love not being bound to anything except those special, intensely gratifying moments we accumulate with our friends. And these experiences aren't just limited to teenagers or 20-somethings. Some adults refuse to fall into the status quo of work, raise a family, eat, watch TV, sleep, repeat. Moreover, most people are seeking some form of meaning, some reason to be connected with the world around us. Friendships help us explore that meaning. That's why, why do we currently live in a world where it is so ridiculously difficult to create and maintain deeply meaningful friendships? Why do we keep depriving ourselves of that specific experience of being alive? We already know that social media is running its course with meaningful social connections. We are so overly saturated with what everyone else is around us is thinking, their bombardment of selfies and other pics, and the astronomical number of heated debates happening in any given moment, that we're just parroting life more than actually experiencing being alive. We are all guilty of it. I am too. We are also all guilty of making excuses for why we don't have enriching and personal relationships. Or we play the coy game. We test people to see who's going to make the first move to build and maintain the friendship. Or we make the rather asinine claim that we are too, quote, busy with work, family, etc. Yes, responsibilities as an adult in this world can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. We know that we can't just go out whenever we want or be generally irresponsible, unless you're in a situation where you never have to worry about money, or you live as the ultimate bachelor, even if it's to your own undoing or ruins relationships with the people in your life. Balance is, of course, crucial. We certainly do not want to be reckless with our responsibilities, but we do really want our often mundane daily grind lives to be our pinnacle of achievement. Our personal goals move up, like, for example, move up the career ladder, earn a higher education degree, have a family, move to a different city, live in an overall comfortable life. They all certainly have their place. However, if our relationships suffer because we are hyper-focused on being, quote, busy, then should relationships matter at all? Well, of course they should. But then that means building consistently, nurturing your relationships, starting with your friendships. We may live in a world now filled with so many conveniences. This current pandemic has especially shown that you virtually never have to go anywhere or interact with anyone and still live a pretty comfortable, quietly independent life. That we've fallen into the trap of seeing other people as options and not necessities. In other words, and whether the more introverted types like it or not, we all need each other. We need human companionship. We can keep pretending that we are just fine on our own, that we can do it all on our own, but the reality is we can't, and we shouldn't. A real healthy friendship means having a consistent support system. It means being able to relate to each other. It means exploring your differences, even if they get heated, and seeing where you can meet in the middle. For example, think about people who are firing off at each other about politics, religion, sex, body dysmorphia, bratty kids, you name it. Most of these people don't even know each other. They just know each other by the comments on social media or by a pic or sound bites of their life. What if instead we made the real effort to build an authentic friendship? Yes, not all friendships work out, of course. Some friendships do come and go. However, the core of it is whether we really care about friendships. And if we do, then we have no excuses. So, make a real friend and allow that friendship to be one of the reasons you embrace the experience of being alive. We all know that there is little to no substitute for a great best friend. Be that friend. Thanks for watching.